Gents, welcome back to the channel. Now, today I wanted to discuss the importance of looking to the future and the danger of prioritizing the now too much. You know, especially as guys, sometimes we can get a bit giddy and excited about the things we want to do right here, right now. We have an idea, we want to act on it. You know, naturally we just have this doer mentality, whereby if something pops into our head, sometimes we don't even think about it, we just want to do it. And although that is an important part of life, and I think there are times we should live in the moment, I think this is something that a lot of guys are struggling with right now and subsequently having some bad results because of. You see, guys, you really do have to start looking forward, and you have to start considering the things that you are doing every single day and the subsequent action that comes from that behavior. Although you might want to drink and go to the club, what happens the next day? Subsequently, because of that behavior, the chances are you're going to be hungover, you're going to be foggy, and you're going to set yourself off to a bad start in the day. And hey, maybe you even write the next day off. So look, start to develop consciousness about the decisions you are making. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. Those things are important, but find some balance, guys. You should be working hard more than you are having fun. Fun is important. It's important to enjoy life, but make your work fun. Find something that you can do that is beneficial for you, but also fun. You know, a lot of people like to take the mentality that you should enjoy your 20s. Your 20s should be for a period of fun and going wild. And there's an expression that I like to use, and that is that if you treat your 20s like a party and as a time for freedom, your 30s and 40s will feel like a prison. Because in your 20s, that was the time where you were supposed to be putting in work and shaping the foundations of your life. Think about it as if you are building a beautiful house. You know, the 20s, you are the youngest that you'll ever be, you know, with the most energy. And you're building this great big property. Let's put it like this. It's going to take you 30 or 40 years to build it. But if you put in a real good shift in your 20s, you make sure the foundations are solid, you make it really easy for your 30s and 40s. You've still got to work, you've still got to show up, but the real tough part of the job is done. But if you're a person who treats their 20s as a period for fun and doesn't put in the work, then by the time you arrive to your 30s and 40s, you've got that heavy lifting to do that you should have done when you were in your 20s. But because you left it, because you chose, you know, partying, drinking, clubbing, and all of these different things, which in moderation are okay, you've put yourself in a terrible position. Now look, personally, I'm a guy that likes to avoid clubs, likes to avoid, you know, pubs and drinking at all. I don't drink. But for a lot of you guys, you will drink, and that's okay. You know, I believe that in moderation, these things are okay. It's just personal preference for me to avoid those environments. But look, guys, you need to start thinking today about the repercussions that your action will have for you tomorrow. You know, stop living so much in the now that tomorrow is just a fog. You need to be strategic. You need to be intelligent about the ways that you conduct yourself. Stop going day by day guessing about what you're going to do. Stop being a slave to your own desires. A lot of guys are walking around with monkey brains, and they don't have any criticality to their thoughts. They are simply acting on their desires in the moment. They have an idea and they snap, and they just go and follow that idea no matter what. They don't think about the consequences. So guys, I'm going to say something a little bit strange, but I think it's going to enrich your life. If you are a young guy and one day you have aspirations of having a family or having, you know, great things, I want you to pretend today that you have kids already. I want you to pretend today that you have the responsibilities that you think you will have when you are 40 or 50, right? Shape that mindset now. Start to go day by day and trying to live like future you is going to live. Because if you adopt this mindset now, you're going to be way, way, way ahead by the time you reach that age and by the time you reach those responsibilities. Think to yourself, no, I can't go out and get blackout drunk every Friday because I've got kids to look after. I've got money to make. I've got things to achieve. Now, you don't have kids. Maybe you don't have like the job that you want to have. But when you start thinking this way, you start thinking forwards, and it kind of forces you to grow up a little bit, guys. It kind of forces you to envision what your life is going to look like. And very quickly you realize that some of the things you have been doing are not compatible with this future life. And thereby you stop. Thereby there comes a moment where you realize, I've got to get things straight. And guys, look, again, I want to make this clear. Fun is not the enemy here. Enjoying yourself is not the enemy. Just find healthy ways to enjoy yourself. There is no benefit to your life going out and getting blackout drunk. We've all done it, but there's no benefit to it. It doesn't help you in any way. You know, you're going to put yourself in strange social situations whereby you are possibly forgetting an entire evening. You know, you get so drunk that people take advantage of you. You're getting videoed all over Snapchat by a bunch of people that you don't know. They're getting you to say a bunch of silly things on camera, and because you're so drunk, you think it's hilarious, but very possibly that video of drunk you might go to a future employer, and you've been saying some pretty terrible things. I mean, you're drunk and people took advantage of you. That's also wrong, but you put yourself in that situation. If you're a guy who's thinking forward and thinking about the career that he wants to have, thinking about the family he wants to have, that is not a possibility. It's not likely that that's going to happen because you're switched on, because you're thinking to the future. Now, I've made a video like this before, and one of the things I want to make clear is that you don't want to think too much to the future all the time. You don't want to just live every single day of your life in future you's world, because you got to give some space for present you, for present day you to enjoy himself. You know, there's no good only thinking about the future. You know, I can't do that because of future me. I can't do that because of future me. I'm going to do that for future me. You've got to give some love to present you. You've got to enjoy yourself. Sometimes it is important to have some spontaneity in your life. Be a little spontaneous. Do the crazy things, but don't do the negative ROI things. The things where you wake up tomorrow and you say to yourself, why did I do that? Why did I do that? What a silly thing to do. Don't do the things that are going to put you in a worse position the next day. But do the spontaneous things that are going to put you in a better position the next day. But guys, most of all, the message I want you to get from this video is to, of course, enjoy yourself. Of course, try and live in the moment and be present with your friends and your family. But stop being a slave to your desires and your emotions within the moment and conducting behaviors that tomorrow are going to negatively affect you. Negative ROI behaviors. Doing things that are going to put you in a worse position tomorrow than you are today. Start to adopt the mentality that I don't do bad things or things that are bad for me, because one day I'm going to have kids, because one day I'm going to have a wife who loves me and a family that depends on me, and I'm going to have a really nice job that I love and that I need to be sharp for. You know, I know these things might seem a really, really long way away, because look, I'm a young guy myself. Sometimes we think we've got a whole bunch of time, but you listen to any successful guy, any millionaire. Dana White comes to mind. He was sat there not too long ago in an interview saying how he was young not even too long ago. He feels like it's gone so quickly. He expresses the importance that you don't really have time. A lot of people say, oh, I've got time, I'll be okay, don't worry about it. And maybe you will, but you don't have time, guys. Things fly by, life flies by. So create a bit of urgency and create a bit of motivation for yourself and start to think about what your life is going to look like in 20 years' time and the things that you need to do to build that reality. And now ask yourself, be critical with yourself. Are the things that you are actively doing contributing to that lifestyle, or indeed are they negatively contributing to the reality that is going to take form? You know, it's a difficult question, but if there's a possibility, guys, that you are conducting behaviors that you feel are having a negative ROI on your life, then it's time to change it up. Otherwise, we're going to get off track and we're going to fall short of those goals that we've set of ourselves. So look, last time I'll say it, guys, start to consider future you with the choices that you make today. It is vital, especially if you want to achieve big things. Look, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video today and you took some value from it. If you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you guys are interested, I run a free men's Discord community. I'm going to leave the link down below in the description. And if you're interested in one-to-one coaching with me on a more personal level, the link is also down below. All you got to do is book yourself a slot and I will see you on the other side. As always, guys, thank you for your time and your attention, and I will see you in the next one.